I've got your energy stories for this, the third week of October 2025. And in the first one, advanced geothermal company Fervo Energy inked a 15-year power purchase agreement, a PPA, with Shell Energy North America for 31 megawatts of geothermal power from Fervo's Cape Station geothermal project in Utah. The deal will help Fervo expand the project's capacity from 400 to 500 megawatts, which it will do without drilling any additional wells. The expansion is facilitated by Fervo's advancements in well design and field development, including increasing the diameter of pipes and optimized well spacing enabled by fiber optic sensing. Shell Energy will be the first off-taker from Phase 1 of this, the world's biggest enhanced geothermal systems development, set for commissioning in 2026 with its 500 megawatts of capacity now fully contracted. Well, also in the state of Utah, the U.S. Bureau of Land Management ran a competitive geothermal lease sale there, netting over $5.6 million in bids from 4 companies covering 14 parcels totaling 50,961 acres. Surprisingly, Fervo wasn't one of them. Meanwhile, Google and Baseload Capital have signed a 10-megawatt PPA for geothermal energy in Taiwan. In addition to the power contract, Google will directly invest in baseload capital with the goal of accelerating the development of more geothermal energy in the region. The 10 megawatts will double Taiwan's existing geothermal output. This isn't the same enhanced deep rock work that Fervo is doing in Utah, but rather shallower wells in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Siemens Gamesa heralded completed work on a 21.5 megawatt prototype offshore turbine at the Osterried test facility in northern Denmark. This is the world's most powerful wind turbine for now, but 3 Chinese companies are in the race to develop 25-megawatt machines, with Goldwind saying last December that it was producing a 22-megawatt model that could generate up to 25 megawatts. But all is not well in the land of big turbines. The Trump administration's decision to halt construction of Equinor's 54-turbine, 15-megawatt machines, 810-megawatt Empire Wind 1 project, off New York's coast on April 16th is raising concerns that even fully permitted developments representing billions of investment are now in peril. President Trump's Interior Secretary Doug Burgum ordered Equinor to stop work, suggesting the project's underlying environmental analysis was faulty and rushed. Bloomberg notes, however, in an analysis, the environmental review process lasted almost 46.5 months between submission of the construction operations plans and the Department of Interior issuing approval. The average for 11 federally approved projects stands at 41.5 months, so Equinor took some more time here. The company says it will pursue legal remedies, and meanwhile another 3 projects offshore are in late stages of construction off Rhode Island, New York, and Virginia, all expected to deliver power next year. Porsche's electric vehicle lineup had a solid first quarter. Of the 71,470 cars delivered, 38.5% had a plug, with 26% being all-electric. North America continues to be Porsche's largest market, with almost 21,000 vehicles sold, up 31% year over year. Of course, now that we all live in tariff land, at least for now, those numbers are likely to change. Also in EVs, battery swapping is a big deal, at least in China. According to Reuters, Chinese battery giant CATL is seeking to buy a controlling stake in EV maker NIO's power unit with its 3,000-plus battery swapping stations in China. While NIO didn't directly answer queries about the deal, it did comment that it was promoting joint construction of battery swapping stations with multiple investors, including CATL. Texas startup Base Power, a company that installs oversized home batteries at low prices and often under a subscription service, raised an initial $200 million in a Series B round. That influx of cash will support market growth in Texas, as well as the construction of a new factory for its battery systems. Base offers 25 and up to 50 kilowatt-hour battery systems in Texas to homeowners for backup power, with the customer paying several $100s up front as part of a 3-year commitment. In exchange, the customers must agree to buy electricity from Base and permit the company to dispatch the batteries and sell services to ERCOT. Base projects to have installed 100 megawatts by midsummer of this year. To put those battery sizes in perspective, a Tesla Powerwall unit is sized at 13.5 kWh, while the average U.S. home uses about 30 kWh of power daily. So these Base batteries are pretty big. Smaller nukes took another step forward. with the Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission issuing a power reaction constructor license to Ontario Power Generation, Inc., OPG, to build a General Electric Hitachi BWRX 300 small modular reactor at its Darlington new nuclear project site in Ontario. GE Vernova's website indicates construction of a new unit will take 2 to 3 years, and OPG has previously stated that it expects construction on the first reactor to be done by 2028, with additional reactors entering service between 2034 and 2036. Google's subsidiary Tapestry is partnering with PJM to develop AI-powered tools to streamline and accelerate the interconnection process, an undertaking now that takes several years. PJM is in a tough spot with rapidly growing load and expected supply retirements representing up to 20% of its current supply capacity. Meanwhile, thousands of assets representing 200 gigawatts of supply, mostly renewables, languish in the interconnection queue for about 2 years these days. Tapestry would manage the queue, the first time it has done so in the U.S., building various models, including transmission flow models, developing estimates of costs related to necessary transmission reinforcements, and developing schedules. It would also analyze all applicant PDFs and automate the timely and error-prone data verification process. Perhaps more vitally, it will integrate dozens of PJM's databases and tools to create a single model of PJM's transmission network. Tapestry has already been used in Chile to develop and pilot a planning tool for the nation's transmission grid. The pilot began in Chile in 2021 and aids grid operators in simulating their grid 86% faster than it used to be. This year, the Chileans will fully integrate the tool into their control room and processes. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.